La 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 la. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Oh. Wasn't Beyonce showing off? Wasn't Beyonce showing off? Goddamn, 16 years old singing like that. Choose 3 notes, Beyonce. Choose 3 notes and stay there. Hi, y'all. I see y'all in the chat. What's up to Abarty and Sarai? How are you? I am JustLatasha. Welcome to another night live, the dissection. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? If so, go ahead and throw some hearts up in the chat. Don't forget that this is a love room. We support each other. We listen to each other. We feel good. This is positivity. And let me just say, I tried so hard to give y'all makeup today. I tried so hard to give y'all a look because I said they suffered enough with this mug. They have suffered enough. Just because I feel a certain way don't mean I got to make my people feel a certain way. I got to feel good too. The gag is I forgot how to do my makeup because it's been so long. I look like a clown. I looked crazy. So I took my hair out and y'all have a necklace. Because look, it is what it is. Y'all get a necklace. Okay. Welcome to the room. I see y'all filling in. Nastivity is here. Temple of Black Eroticism. I need to take a trip. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Yes. Wow. What up, Siege? Look, today is a cheesy ass movie, but look, I like to focus on Black film and TV. It's the double-edged sword because sometimes that limits us and sometimes that expands us because we just get to dive into Black stories. But even if it's not Black storytelling, it stars a Black person and we get into niggatry here, right? This is a Negro heavy room. So there are incredible stories that don't feature or is created by the Negras. But I want to be intentional about the art that we celebrate. So this is cheesy action. We can do cheesy action. Will Smith is the god at cheesy action. Let's do it. I love me a Will and Jada and Jaden and Willow. Trey, I have to figure out. I got to figure out Trey. I don't know him. I would love to implore you to follow me on social media. I am JustLatasha on Instagram. I am JustLatasha404 on Twitter. Follow my sketch comedy series, Just Latasha's Interactions, on Twitter and Instagram at Interactions, INNR Actions. I just uploaded a really cute video over there today, so go ahead and follow the page to go see it. COVID got us down right now. We was on such a roll, had 3 out of 5 shoots, and then COVID hit me and my crew pretty hard. So we're on another hiatus. I want to give y'all this show so bad, but greatness can't be rushed. Shout out to my patrons who I do see in the room. Next Sunday, we will be dissecting an exclusive on Patreon and Patreon only, Antebellum, starring Janelle Monáe. Okay, mixed reviews about the movie. A lot of people saying it's bad. A lot of people saying is it don't make sense. A lot of people saying they liked it. I haven't seen it yet. If it sucks, we're gonna call it that. We're gonna call the thing a thing if it sucks. But we're not gonna know if you're not a Patreon. So become a patron today. Access the exclusive live show this Sunday, 3 p.m. EST. Don't tell me I didn't know the time, because I got it posted on Patreon, the show and the time and the watch link on patreon.com/JustLatasha. We're going to have a good time. And a good thing about this Sunday is that the patrons get to join me on video and give me their opinions and their dissections, which is a really cool, fun element, right? So we're going to have a good time on Sunday. Make sure you guys are there. Is we ready? Thank you so much for throwing hearts up in the chat. We got little hearts today, but you know what? We're not on a series, so we becoming a smaller and smaller room. I take it. I'm glad that y'all are here. I see each and every one of you. I'm so happy that y'all are here. Shout out to 50 Yachts who joined us. We diving right in today. Shout out to Infinity Scarborough. Hello. Into Gemini Man. Let's do Gemini Man starring Will Smith, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and Clive Owen with his fun ass. All right. I like me an old man. I don't know why. I do. An old man and Freddy Krueger. Y'all dragged me over that Freddy Krueger comment. I don't care if I'm attracted to a burnt monster. What's up, Fila? It's about slavery again, Fila says about antebellum. Okay. All right. I thought it was given like Slavery Meets The Cell. Remember that really terrible movie Jennifer Lopez did a few years ago? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Nothing but time and discovery. Gemini is about an over-the-hill hitman who faces off against a younger clone of himself. Now, this is a feature film. This is a full-length movie that we're going to be looking at today. And let me tell you the ins and outs of movie making. Films are made of 3 acts. Act 1 is the setup. You got to tell us the world, the rules, the characters, what they want, what their lifestyle is, where they work, who their friends are, what they believe in. Give us everything. Give us all the information we need to start the story off. That is the setup up until 20 minutes of the movie before we meet an inciting incident. What disrupts the world as it is, the normalcy of their world that pushes them into a new experience? What happens that shakes that character up and he said, I got to do something new? That's the inciting incident. Act 2, part 1, is called The Climb. When they have this new experience, when they meet that new problem, they start this new journey. It's all working. It's going well for the most part, right? We're trying new things. We're exploring. We're discovering it's going well until we hit a midpoint. Another problem arises, fucking up that first plan. Because you thought you was going to get somewhere, but something else that happened. And now we got to change. Now we got to pivot. We got to change directions. Giving us Act 2, Part 2, The Descent. Everything in that new world starts to crumble. The pressure starts to rise. Starts to get a little fucked up. So messed up until we get to the climax. The biggest problem, we got a big ass fight until we solve this whole thing, pushing us finally into Act 3, The Solve. Anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, the last 5 to 15 minutes of your movie, solving all the problems that we were on the journey of. Is we ready? Jervis says The Cell was good. Okay. It was giving cheesy Matrix to me. I don't, 50 Yachts adding some fun facts in the chat. Screenplay by David Benoit. It got mad vowels in there. I don't like when vowels be together like that. And Darren Lemke and Billy Ray. Hey Shay, welcome to the room. Let's dive right in. This isn't quite the opening shot. I waited a little bit. Well, we're gonna open up with Will Smith. One of the first shots, we'll call it. Act 1, this setup. And we're already starting off with our twin theme. Doubles, clones, twosomes. Meet Henry Broden, played by Will Smith. And I wanted to think about the cows. I'm like, okay, it's 2. But then I'm like, is there a reason they're using black and white? Are they trying to have another theme happening here? And as we discover the character, sure, they sure do. We're talking about a conversation between dark and light, because like we said in the Black is King dissection, if you haven't watched that, go on and do it. That's humanity. Humanity is the conversation between dark and light. No one is all good and no one is all bad. It gets very confusing, very complex feelings there, right? And specifically for Henry, he has a conflict of identity. So let's dive right in and see what the hell this man is battling. Henry is getting ready to retire as the ultimate hitman. He could kill. He kills good, right? He kills easily. But this ain't quite doing it as like he used to. It's not quite hitting for. He wants peace. He says his soul is tired. He is pained from 72 lives he has personally taken. He can't do this no more. Let's look right into our color theme. We have that red, that big, huge wound behind Henry. He hates himself because he hates his job. It's tearing him up. Versus his coworker who's in this white neutral space. He's like, this is fire. I love it. I'm a big fan of yours. You killed that guy real good. It was great. I love watching you. I want to be like you one day. Henry's like, please, please, let's not do this. He really hates this. This is what he yearns for in his essence. This sunset, aka this freedom, looking out onto the horizon. This is it. This is what motivates him right here, this moment, right? And we watch him burn something. He's actually burning the photo of the target that he hit just now. Some Russian terrorist. He kills him off. And something interesting about this Russian terrorist, he's dressed in all white. And if we watch movies, they do this very simple thing. White good, black bad. The cows. So he just killed somebody who's dressed in all white. It creates a very interesting, complex dimension. A good guy dressed and surrounded by all white. And in that bottom photo, we see him crossing left to the left on this bridge, aka this is a reversal. He's going against his journey. He's going against the norm, right? The exit. He's exiting his normal calling to his life. Look at his house where he resides. Even though everything's very meticulously put into place, it's very highly organized, it's all together, it's perfect, it feels cluttered and caged in and blocked. It represents inside, it represents his emotions, all this blockage, right? It's become a cage. And he walks up to his handler, someone in this government agency, and we have a transition where he is standing from this blocked wall into this open door, right in front of these green pastures, preparing to exit this job. And as the handler's like, "Are you sure you're leaving? I can't believe you leave. Are you sure you retire? You're leaving us behind?" He passes a red soda to him. This is an extension and the cause of his wound, that one action showing a communication. This is causing me pain, and it might be because of your ass. It hits you with that right there. But something interesting happens. The handler doesn't take it. He actually switches drinks and grabs the beer out of Henry's hand. He doesn't take the red soda. So you're going to have to go ahead and keep that wound, bruh. It's not for me. And he explains again that he is so incredibly pained from this job. It's actually causing him to lose his skill level. And this is a real thing, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. When I was a server, when I was a waitress, I started to hate the job so bad that I became a bad waitress. I was forgetting orders. I couldn't remember who was on what course. And this is coming from, if I must say so myself, back in the day, a fire ass waitress, right? I could do it with my eyes closed. And then one day, I hated it so much that I physically couldn't. I was like, "I'm sorry, what was that? What did you want?" And I'm like, "Why can't I do this job?" It's a very real thing. So he's actually starting to suck a little bit at being a hitman because he really, really doesn't want to do this. And his conscience is going against his job. We have found our core wound. I don't know if anybody in this room is an aspiring writer, screenwriter, whoever it is, but when you create a character, when you create an entire human being, one of the tricks to do is start from where it hurts. And this is where writers get scared. A lot of writers like to write this perfect, funny, put together character and make them nice. Nice is boring. Nobody likes nice. We like flawed, wounded characters. You start from where it hurts. And if you don't know how to make one up, guess where you got to go? Writing sucks. You got to go inside and look at yourself and put that wound there, right? And you want to create this wound for not only just your lead character, but like the supporting characters all around them. Who else is hurting? Why? And that gives you their motivation to their goal. You got to get deep. Writing will do it to you, okay? A. Barty says, "Look, that's what happened at my last job." Let's meet Danny. And the first thing Henry asks is, "You DIA? Who you work for? What you doing?" And he knows he's being watched, and he feels like he's being targeted. Yo, you DIA? So I'm gonna ask y'all, now that we're looking at the colors, is she DIA? Who saw this movie? Is she DIA? Can we tell from the colors? And what the hell going on? Can y'all see what's going on? I know we got a little bit of a lag, so I'm gonna see our answers well after I ask. So I said, I watched it. Yeah, she is. A Barty says, I just watched it. Yes, she is. Sarai says blue. Yeah, her and this other dude was in the same colors. The dude that was just at his house. They was both in blue. I like to call it worker-bee blue. Y'all out there working, right? Y'all in the same organization. And it was really funny because in this scene, there was literally a bee that he killed. But some parts of this movie do get on the nose, and we're going to talk about it. But Blue, just like Henry's handler, they on the same side. And we could look at the theme right here on her shirt. We see two birds, those two clones. Mara says, I just watched it. Yep. But she's a cool tone, so not danger. Okay. So y'all all seen it, so you already know how it is. How did y'all feel about this guy when he came on? Because let me tell you something. When I saw him, I had my feelings. I was like, who that? How did y'all feel about this guy when y'all saw him? Especially because he's in the same color as the Russian terrorist that Henry just killed in the opening of the movie. So let's talk. How do we feel about that? A Barty says, I thought he was shady. Sarai says, I was skeptical as hell. I was skeptical. I like the way he was leaning over Will Smith like that. I like the way he was like, Lord, and you mad big and Will got to look mad small. I don't like that. 50 says shady. I was feeling the same thing. I was like, now why the boss and the Russian terrorist got the same colors on? And real quick, just looking at the blocking, the staging of these characters, how we're putting all the power into this. And this is a big guy, Jack. This guy's name is Jack, and we can guess his status by the way he's towering over Henry, looking like the big guy, right? It's giving boss energy. This is this power angle to show Henry in the submissive and Jack in the power. And Jack asked something of Henry here. He asked him to get on my level. Asked you mad times to come up here and be a big boss with me. Why you don't want to do it? Henry's like, I'm good. We chasing sunsets, daddy. I'm good. So now we know why. What's up, Bree? And Kay says, I didn't trust him till he died. Then I was like, my bad. Same. Same. But in this scene, we learn why he is the same. Jack is the same exact color as the terrorist that Henry just killed earlier in this movie. Because the hit target was actually a good man. Henry was lied to by the DIA. He was lied to by his agency so they can use him to cover up their secret plan because they doing something shady. So let's talk about being shady. Camera does something real cool here when we start from the back of the character and they swung right around to the front, right? Playing with those double identities, playing with those the twofers, shady identity. We are meeting right now Clay, played by the fine as hell Clive Owen. Give me an old man, Lord. Give me somebody old. Who is a DIA handler. And we start by meeting him from behind because this is a hidden identity. These are hidden intentions. And this is quite frankly, we just saw Jack in white and now we're seeing Clay in black and we're going right back to them cows. The black and white theme, the double identity, the clone theme, right? The DIA sitting here dressed in dark clothes, living in the shadows versus Jack and Henry who hide in plain sight. They outside. What's up? Right? And we met Henry with these cows because he plays both sides. He aligns with both. He works with these dark DIA agency and he's out playing in the water with Jack. He's doing a whole lot. And because Jack gave Henry this information that the guy you killed this morning wasn't even a bad guy, something's wrong, the DIA calls on Gemini to hit Henry. Got to get him out of here. You got information you're not supposed to have. Okay? 50 says, I saw this movie last year, but I watched over 20 films in the cinema, and this was not memorable, and I hated it. Not Will's best film. Look, I like a cheesy moment. This is one of those easy entertainment moments, and I like those. You know, I be working my brain out in the movie, and I be thinking mad hard, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to think that bad. And look how much we're still pulling out of this cheesy action flick. I do it all, baby. I do it all. Danny's DIA changes her color from blue to red. She is discovered. Henry is a good as hell hitman. He know all the information. He figured her out in seconds. You're caught. And like we said, why does she go to red? Not because she's a danger to Henry, but because she is wounded. And we find her wound right here. She don't want to sit around babysitting retired hitmen. She got way more skills than that. She got way more smarts than that. He tell her, why are you sitting here? You're supposed to be doing better than that. She wants to be more. They're not utilizing her in the DIA. They're making her do babysitting work. I don't like that. Bye, Jack. He's dead. That's the insider incident. And the two good white guys were framed by the DIA. He dead. Moving on. You know, Danny ain't in on the hit. Henry caught her sleeping. And he was like, well, since you sleep, that means I could trust you. Let's blow this joint. Let's get the hell out of here. We are at the end of Act 1. Because they're getting shook up by the DA, they got to get out of here. Literally traveling into the next act with this long, extended boat shot, traveling into Act 2, the New World. Bree, don't bring up Wild Wild West. We can't disrespect Will Smith like that. Let's all collectively forget Wild Wild West. I think that's just better for all of us as like a community. We have officially entered Act 2, The Climb. We have entered a new world where we meet more characters. We build more of the story. Henry gets new info. His original kill was a secret mission for Gemini, the agency ran by Clay, fine ass Clive Owen. We have another new character, Baron, which is a great friend of Henry's, who's an incredible pilot, standing in the background with the red in that room. How do we feel about that? Baron standing in that red room, because Baron was cute this entire time. He was funny, he was lighthearted. But when we met him, he was in that big ass red room, and I forget. How do we feel about that? Kay said she loved the Wild Wild West. Young Royalty enjoyed Wild Wild West. Sarai says Wild Wild West is one of the favorite childhood movies. Y'all, wow, because that movie was crazy. I think I saw it in 8th grade, and it was a true waste of my 12-year-old time. And I had all the time in the world. When they jumped in that walking spider, I said, dear God, how do we feel about our friend Baron sitting behind in that red room? Y'all go ahead and remember Wild Wild West, not me. A Barty says, I never saw Wild Wild West and I never want to. We cool with Baron in that red room? Because I was like, look, I don't trust nobody at this point. Baron, I don't really know you like that. It's mad niggas turning right now. And the way he hid in the back and we couldn't quite see him, he's blurred out, but he's hiding in that red room. Sarai says Baron had red all over him in this movie until his blank. We're gonna save it till we get there. I thought he was gonna turn against Henry. That's what I was saying. I was like, what is he doing? What's up with that? Not entangled, Bree. I couldn't figure it out. But Baron, he had red on. He was around a whole lot of red. I don't know if this was a wound, if this was an omen. He definitely wasn't dangerous. So I was wondering why they were pairing with red. And I was trying to jump in the chat to see how y'all feel about it. But y'all going off about Wild Wild West right now. So we're gonna move on. We're officially in the new world. We went from night until day, and again, expanding the wound. He is trying so hard to get here. Sarai says, I think Baron is a part of Henry's wound since they both did jobs and training together. Possibly. Possibly. But this man is he's just chasing the sunset, y'all. He just wants his freedom so bad. And we learn way more information about him as he's explaining himself to Danny about how much he hates Clay, right? Clay tortured him as a young soldier and made him drown and die. The wound of the past meets what he desires for his future. And all of this is just a new journey for Danny. We see she's surrounded by all this green, all this plant life, that she's stepping into a whole new world. Baby, you got to step it up because you're not babysitting no more. This is the big leagues now. So let's see what you're about. This right here is one of the most important shots of the movie. And I love a moment where a movie can say so much without saying nothing at all. And it was right here. It was right here. Right? He just talked about how much he fears drowning, how Clay tortured him using water. So now we have somebody who is submerged beneath the surface. Right? Henry is alerted that there is a shooter on the roof, and we saw this shadowed figure running across the roof right before we saw Henry split in two, himself versus his shadow. His shadow literally and figuratively closing in on him. And usually a shadow could just mean a hidden agenda, hidden identity. But no, literally your shadow is on the way. Your shadow is actually coming. And here it is. We meet Gemini, the younger version of Henry. Henry literally looking into a mirror versus his shadow, meeting his core wound. Gemini is the accumulation of everything Henry hates about himself. And earlier in this movie, Danny asked him why he's retiring, and he answered, I find myself avoiding mirrors these days. All right, I'm gonna give it to y'all. Some of the dialogue in this movie is terrible, right? It's really on the nose. It's very like, that's my shadow. He's my ghost. I avoid mirrors. I look into mirrors. And it's like, we get it. We get it. So I don't like when dialogue be too obvious like that. And they was given a lot of that in this movie. But it was still cute, cheesy, action, and enjoyable. And so we're leaning here again into our color theme, the blue versus yellow, the dark versus light, AKA the conscience, the human versus the killer. Avoid. We have the split identity, Henry seeing Gemini through a mirror, right? Yet again, through this mirror. Oh, let me clarify this shot actually. Henry's hiding behind a car behind a mirror where we can see a peek of Gemini. But when he finally sees Gemini, this is through the eye of his sniper gun. So he's got that target on him. But pairing these together, you can see it's supposed to mirror each other in these shots. So we have a split identity. Looking at Gemini through that mirror, running away from him, we see these color themes pop up again, the blue, the red, and really like tiny, you can see the floor, which is a black and white checkered floor. We said in the Lovecraft Country dissection that when you see a checkered floor, that usually does mean, again, a split in identity, a personality split, a mentality split. So with the blue, the red, and the checkered floor, we have his job versus the wound versus his split identity. And we have that blue from when we saw Gemini for the first time. That blue's coming back because he has to become the thing he hates in order to save himself. He has to be that guy. Exciting action ensues until it's a wrap. We're back at Clay's house. And we see his house is doubled. It has that reflection, that reverse reflection in the water, because more hidden identities, right? More truths to be revealed, more hidden agendas. And Clay, he loved the darkness. This is where he thrives. This is his sunset. We remember Henry dreaming of the sunset, dreaming of the freedom in that blue, in that yellow, gold, warm tone. Look at his sunset. It's red. This is his freedom. He loves the darkness, sleeping like a baby. He loves this. Your son is outside wreaking havoc down in Colombia. Look where you at, chilling. Let's look at these light themes yet again. Sitting in the light, Henry is the good guy, and he's missing something. Missing piece in his life is family and romance and love. He don't have none of that. Versus the dark Gemini, the soldier, only being ordered for evil plans. He's missing a figure. He has a missing piece. He's missing a mother figure. It literally looks like this mural behind him is like cradling him. It's like, oh, like baby. And so both of these men collectively are missing incredible white women in their lives. It's really sweet. And if you look around, if you watch this movie and look around Gemini's room, he's just like Henry. He's an exact clone of Henry, highly organized, but Gemini's in like this open space. Gemini could breathe. Henry was in that cluttered treehouse, that clubhouse where he had all these pieces blocking him, but Gemini's cool, right? He's going. He's good. Bree says, white people usually do. Y'all, it's not my fault they want white women. That's what the movie said. I'm just here to report the news. Henry, the difference for Henry is that he has a conscience. He can't just free willy go out and kill people no more. This is weighing heavily on his spirit. Gemini's cool. Which gun today? I want to take a look at the differences, these polar opposite moments that this movie has drawn out. To the left is Gemini's life, and to the right is Henry's life. When we saw Henry and Jack in the beginning, we got the white yacht with the blue windows. They have love for each other. They hug. They talk about each other's lives. They want to know about each other, versus the coldness, the evil of Clay and Gemini, who don't touch, who don't look at each other. They're only talking about the orders to go kill and what the plan is. They have no investment in each other's personal lives. Dad pulls up in this black car with the blue windows. Polar opposites. And Gemini at this moment is ordered by his father, Clay, to go down to Budapest, beat Henry's ass, and don't come back until you do. Right here in our feature film is the midpoint, the exact middle. You can pause any movie in the world. The exact middle, you will find the midpoint where something happens that changes the entire first plan. Flips that first plan on its head. And right here is it, where Henry must stop Clay because he's making a super army of Henrys, using Henry's DNA to make this mine of soldiers without a conscience, who are going to do anything that they want, anything that Clay wants them to do. So Henry's original plan was just to get the fuck out of the way from Gemini, because Gemini's a beast, but he has to go back and meet him. He has to talk to him. He got to work with him to locate Clay to stop the major plan. Midpoint. What happened with Tyler Perry, 50? We could have went one movie without mentioning that man, and you know it. You know it. We are here in Act 2, Part 2, The Descent. This new world starts falling apart. The pressure starts to raise. Ain't going as smoothly as it was going. We gotta pick it up. Oh, 50 says random act points is what Tyler Perry does. They meet leaning into our color theme yet again, the blue versus the yellow, the dark versus the light. Gemini in the dark. I'm going to kill Henry. Like, that's just all, like, that's it. He's just going to kill Henry. Like, that's just it. Versus the light, Henry offers something else. He offers life. He offers the truth. Your daddy ain't the man you think he is because he tried to tell you I'm somebody that I ain't. Your daddy's a liar. Okay. Gemini has been lied to about who his target is. Just like Henry in the beginning of the movie. Baby, your daddy's lying. He's a liar. Henry offers Gemini humanity and implores him to relate to and explore his emotion. Literally a line in the dialogue, I'm trying to save you. We know. Did you have to say it like that? We know, okay? These writers be doing whatever the fuck they want. It's cool though, because I had a good time, but these writers be doing whatever the fuck they want. It don't work. We have a divide. Gemini, once again, choosing the darkness, going into the blue under the tunnel. Henry evading back into the light, yellow. And Gemini has questions, because now you done told him too much. Gemini has questions. He confronts his father about all the damn lies. You know, I just met this man with my face and he told me about your ass. Tell me what's up, right? We see the wound. We see that his father is the cause of the wound. He is the creator of death, only teaching his son to hunt and kill. Another overly obvious line of dialogue, you're my darkness. No shit. No shit. Let us say it. You don't say it, let me say it. It's what I told Marion back when I interviewed him many years ago. I was like, he walked up to me on the red carpet. I was like, oh, Marion, how you doing? What's going on? He was like, you know, I look good. I smell good. I was like, I know. Let me say it. Let me say you look good and you smell good. Don't tell me you smell good. I smell you. That's just my own personal demons with these movies. That's just my own personal demons for these movies. CJ says the clone definitely played up how silly he was, though. We see here a reflection as Clay's identity is exposed. It births a new one for Gemini. This is the first time we're seeing Gemini with the reflection because he only had one mode this entire time. He's got options now. So now that we know what we're talking about, let's talk about what we're talking about. Raise your hand if you get it. Raise your hand if you get it. Where we at? I want y'all to look at the colors. I want y'all to see the transition. I want y'all to know what's going on. So y'all tell me what's going on. Raise your hand if you get it. Bree, what's up? 50, what's up? Dad, what's up? Tell me, what happened? Expláname. Dime. Dígame. Pick one, because I don't know which one I said. I don't know. Which one I said? Who gonna tell me? Is we gonna wait till I eat y'all vegetables? CJ says she don't know. It's cool, Siege. It's what we here for. We just be chilling. We chilling, liking and talking about movies all the damn time. Waiting for a new series to come out so I could get my hands on something. Because I don't like TV right now. It's not giving. Okay. Is y'all gonna say it or y'all want me to say it? Bree says it's giving Tether. I love that we just come here and mix all the movies we talk about in one pot. Sarai says Junior is now identifying more with Henry. He confirms the truth with the shot he took. Mara, yes. Mara, go ahead, take a stab. What's up, G-Man? Shout out to G, who we were in a Black writers room last night via Zoom with writer Ladarian Williams. Ladarian, I forgot his last name all of a sudden. But Ladarian is currently producing his show called Blood at the Root. He's a Black screenwriter, he's a Black playwright, and he created this Zoom full of all these incredible Black screenwriters. And I was in the room, G-Man was in the room last night. It was very fun. Mara said he found his daddy. Okay, and with that, we're just gonna go ahead and fill it out because you know what? Yeah, this is an exchange of the wounds, similar to how Henry was trying to pass that coke earlier, right? We're gonna exchange the wound. Gemini attacks Henry again, using the wound of his daddy, pointing the gun at Henry. We see the yellow, aka the sunset, aka the freedom, behind Henry and his squad. And after he shoots Henry with some bee venom that's going to take him down due to a very severe allergy that takes him down in seconds, he puts it down. He lowers the gun, and that red turns to yellow. The sunset meets him, and he saves Henry. Switching sides. Squad here. Skirt, skirt. Psych. R.I.P. Baron. Why do we do Asians like that? Actually, let me not say we, because it don't be our fault. Why do y'all do Asians like that? Baron went for no reason. And these people in what is the word I would like to say? These people impose themselves on his life. Why? R.I.P. Baron. First of all, y'all don't do Benedict Wong like that. That's the homie. Like, that's squad. Like, y'all don't play him like that. You understand? Y'all really did Benedict crazy. And you know how I know niggas love Will Smith? It is A-grade, military, biodegradable. It is high-tech equipment. Niggas is hiding behind a diner wall. Niggas ain't in front of no tank. You ain't even give him a Honda Accord. Niggas is sitting in Jersey in front of the fucking diner, and this military grade can't touch him through that wall. Bitch, if y'all don't get the fuck. Kay said that was the worst part of the movie. Made me mad. Getting rid of Baron. Getting rid of Baron like that. Sarai says, Hollywood ain't shit. I'll never forgive them for Glenn, The Walking Dead. Steven Yeun? Daddy! You know what I'm saying? This is how I know niggas love Will Smith. Can y'all beat y'all daddy's ass? I want to see if you can raise your hand. Matter of fact, don't answer that. Can y'all beat y'all daddy's ass? I can't. He getting old too. But he still got that daddy strength. Look how he smacked the shit out of his son. I don't care how old I'm gonna get. I still can't beat my daddy's ass. Can y'all beat y'all? Let me not ask. That's disrespectful. The white girl gets to be a hero. I have questions. So, like, what is the point of like military gear if y'all gonna get shot up and die anyway, and the other niggas is outside in a hoodie and polo? These two went outside bare-breasted, gunning down people dressed from head to toe in military grade protective gear, and all of them are dead, and these two are not. I'm just asking questions. It's a movie. Squad up. New squad forms. Gemini chooses a side. We can see that they're standing in the light, standing in that warm golden yellow. He chooses the side of the sunset, wanting to replace the wound. There's a whole new villain. Action ensues. This is another one of Clay's creations, who is a super duper upgrade. As you can see, he's standing in front of the power, the battery, completely void of human emotion. This is just a soldier to do one job and one job only. He has a surprise identity for anyone who hasn't watched the movie. Go ahead and watch it. And Clay says this is a better option than using humans for war. Jumping in the chat. Is he wrong? Is he wrong? Clay says, I'm going to make these inhuman clone soldiers because it's better than pulling someone's son from their family and making them go fight and die. Because, I mean, if we go into war anyway, niggas might as well, you might as well create a battery person. That looks like Will Smith. Is he wrong? Hey, Barty says he kind of got a point. CJ says Clay is still evil. Yes. Yes. It's true. It's very true. Clay is still evil. But see, he says there's sentient beings, young royalty says the ultimate moral dilemma of cloning. Okay, ask permission if you're going to clone, but then your babies don't have to sign up for a senseless war. I mean, if you go on war anyway, like the answer is we shouldn't be going to war, but we're going to war, right? So if you want to go to war, I mean, it's just a weapon with your face on it. It's like Instagram with legs. Sarai says, Clay is still wrong. It's obvious that Gemini still has problems on its own. It's just creating pawns. Young Royalty says, how human and individual is the clone? I don't know, because Danny asked it while it was dying, can you feel pain? And it didn't say anything. Michael Marsh says, if clones think and feel as if they're human, then it's wrong. This clone didn't answer the pain question. The little villain didn't answer the pain question. So this is Gemini's last test of humanity. Is you is or is you ain't gonna kill your daddy? I'll leave it to the people. That answer was throwing us into Act 3, the solve. Healing all problems, healing all wounds, finding solutions. And we see, conversely, when he met this handler in his house, how much more he can breathe, how much of an open space this is. Handing his handler the wound this time. Go ahead and have this Coke on me. I'm gonna give you your wound back. And this handler apologizes. We have a lot of accountability in this movie, which I like. Mad people said, I'm sorry. I like it. I like it. This handler apologizes to Henry for betraying him. I knew about the DIA plan all along. I knew about the Gemini. I ain't tell you. I knew about the sneak attack in the beginning. Like, my bad. I would have choked him one last time before I headed out, but that's just me. It's not Henry. Henry is tired. That's just me. And we see leaning into the clone themes in the back with that ring posted of cloning the twinning Gemini theme in the back. Healing all wounds before we are family. Yeah. Both gain the white women of their dreams, and everything is all well. Danny and White becoming the new big boss, because Henry didn't want it. Henry wanted out. Danny wanted it. She gets to be the new big boss. Henry gets to go away and pretend he has a kid. They both get the mother and the white woman. They both get the wife and the white woman, and everything's nice and dandy. And it's been a great time. Okay? We ain't got to do the super hard, complicated movies all the time. Sometimes we could just sit back, kick back, and have fun and laugh at this mess. Because it's movies at the end of the day. How y'all feel? Y'all still don't agree that the clones should be used for the soldiers. I'm going to go ahead and line up with Clay on this one. And that is not just because he's fine as hell. It's because if I had a son, Facebook already got his face, iPhone already got his fingerprint, Instagram, or, the phone already got his voice. I'm not sending my actual son to war. Go ahead and make his face and send that thing to war. If y'all gonna do it. And everybody gets the white woman that they want in the end and live happily ever after. It's great. I am Just Latasha. Please lowercase the T in my name. Put the two pieces together, Just Latasha. And this has been another episode of the Dissection. And we have just broken down Gemini Man. He was a Gemini Man. I had so much fun with y'all. I love this. I love this live moment. I love being here talking with y'all, dissecting with y'all. If you're not a Patreon by now, baby, what are you doing? This Sunday, we are dissecting Antebellum. A lot of mixed reviews. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it sucks or not. If it sucks, we're going to drag it on Sunday. Y'all don't want to miss it. Sunday, 3 p.m. EST. Shout out to the patrons in the room. Shout out to new patrons who I'll see over there on Sunday. Do not miss the Piece of Script series on Thursday. Little bite-sized content, very, very nice, soothing, satiating. We like that. Go ahead and follow me on social media if you have not at this point. Just Latasha on Instagram, Just Latasha 404 on Twitter. Throw some hearts up in the chat, subscribe, leave me some lovely comments, hit the like button. Sharing the content is your free ass payment to me. Sharing the work, it makes a world of a difference when you put this on your favorite timelines. And follow my sketch comedy series, Just Latasha's Interactions, coming at some point, bitch. Look, I've been trying to sell this show all year, and the way COVID has, she ain't letting me be great. But wait on it. It's going to be so good. Wait on it. All right. Follow the show page, Just Latasha's Interactions on Instagram and Twitter at INNR Actions. Send me DMs. Talk to me on the internet. Until then, I will see you guys next time with another video. See you later. Thank you for putting hearts up in the chat. I love y'all. Bye.